Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Christina, you hear me? Christina, yeah, when I hear me? When I hear me? Okay, cool. Wait, Uberman, that your name, Kingston, Uberman, big up yourself, you know. Kingston, big up yourself, Uberman. Man. I want you Shalama. Shalama, Shalama. Yeah, man, right away, man. Happy Father's Day, blessed Father's Day. Fine wine. Big up yourself in a fine wine. Juby, I see you. Chrissy, ANC Crosses, I see you. Fritz, big up yourself, man. Fritz. Fritz, you have youth? Fritz, you have any youth? Fritz, you have youth? No yet, my brother, in 2 times. The Milky Way in the launch. Now worry yourself, Fritz. If you want youth, you ever get youth. Remember, you know, them used to beat Raga, you know. Them used to beat me terrible. Them used to call me iron balloon. I can't get a bus. Iron balloon. You hear them this there? Now, you know, if the balloon is iron, the balloon can't bust. Right? My sister, you know, drop out. Jennifer. You know, original TamFam Jennifer Goodaz, don't? Jennifer Goodaz used to say, ashes sperm have. Ashes sperm. Ashes sperm. I saw them used to beat my man. And as them say, warfare can be unfair, don't? And people, me down in the Atlanta, you know. Our MC a Father's Day show looking from this, you know. Sexy and why when you know they say when it's Mother's Day, you don't hear the single father, them I say them I play the mother and the father role. When it's sexy and I say on Father's Day, sexy and I say happy Father's Day to her because she had the mother and father. Big up yourself. And then she said big up to all the good moms who are play both role, one love. So when the fathers them I play both role, you know, you never hear them I say, yo, big up the father them who for Mother's Day, I said, big up the father, them want to play the mother and the father. I say another word, man. Boy, as you see how Java post, you know she not be a big. You can't know, you know. You see the first thing she come in, she post to, she say, hey, ANC, and she big up, you know. She big up her ANC sister, and she big up CBS right away and thing and whatever. Right away as she come in, she look support, you know. When them not beard of that, them do, you know. You can't tell Java not beard, you know. She said she beard and she clean her place. Like she telling you, when you see them come in and right away, I look support from them charging, you know, like to kind of shield themselves. You understand? She not beard. She don't beard. Right? You know she not beard. People. I don't know what I bring jacket for, you know. So, me bring that jacket here. Me bring that jacket here. All right, down your hat, right? Tell me something. If you take off your shirt and put on a jacket, when I look on the pants, I have a jeans still, you know. I'm going to bring the jacket for wear with the jeans. But, now put on my. So, people down your hat and Atlanta. Me no need for wearing a jacket. Tell me, not this one for wear. What am I for wear? If I wear this, or put on a jacket. Talk to me. What am I for wear? Put on a jacket, or just go with the t-shirt, with the shirt. So, where our people, so Richie Rebel say, dash with the jacket because it's too hot down here. And Richie Rebel down here Atlanta. It hot, man. So I say it's a good thing. I bring a little backup shirt. This did for wear go home tomorrow still, you know. And this so we are this. See the fling with the jacket. Gal so nice, I'm for wear the jacket. Broke Hardy said no jacket. Blessed to put the jacket on. It look nice and neat. Fritz. Fritz about Sotania walk with a jacket and no cap ragga. It's 80, so Richard say it's 87 degrees right now. And it's hot. It's hot. It's a hot 87. And Jamaica 87 with cool breeze and them something. Sexy and say too hot for jacket. Wear the jeans and the jacket. It look much better. No cap. Somehow now do the Jamaica thing, you know. You see, Richie down here, you know. And Richie is about, Richie know how to dress, right? And Richie down here. And the practicality of it now in terms of the comfort of it, right? So Richie I said, don't wear the jacket, right? But it's all I don't know who I said wear the jacket. This is what I focus on how it going to look, how it going to present yourself, which is important. That is important. But when we there Jamaica, we don't care about discomfort and whatever. Discomfort and being uncomfortable is a lower priority to how you look. In Jamaica, it's all about how you look. The jeans and jacket without the shirt would look best. But it's too damn hot. No, man. You see what Judith a focus on, she still a talk about how it look, you know. People, Judith, last year I wear a jacket, me nearly dead. When me at watch the show, me nearly, no, I'm serious. Me nearly dead. Me have to drink water, Me say me wet, because it's hot. We don't have name Hot Lanta, right? So right now, I don't want a dehydration, and when me at work, I'm active, I move up and down and whatever, so. And it's a laid back show too, you know? Yeah, and there's some of that in my life right now, you know. Comfort over style. I not say I go out there go look boogie yaga and pop down and whatever. But honestly, there's some of the right, you know. People, look for my foot. Look there. You know, say that me we're part of the people in plane. What's the thing I do? A regular, I saw me travel now, you know. And them some of me, hold on. And them some of me wear when I travel now, you know. 5-10 years ago, when I just start traveling, you could have get me for do this. I'm gonna tell you some my shoes shine and polish up on all these things and whatever and thing, man, and dress good and thing. Now I be some white people flex me and give them right channel, you know. I mean so comfortable, you know, when me depend on the people and playing, you know. And this my wear come down here. You take my business whenever anybody wants to say. I'm a foot quite comfortable and thing. You understand what I say? Wear the jeans and the top. Put on the jacket. Why I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Richie. People, they know Richie Rebel Mount Pepper. If Richie Rebel cost say you're done, your life done. Richie, I know you're hungry. Let me see how much money I have. I'm in Atlanta. Let me see, I can boss you, Richie. Yeah, money and run. Richie, I know you're hungry and money and run. So let me see, I can boss you, partner. Nah, left you out, you know, Richie. You're good youth. You're God bless you. So I make you rich, you know. That me I tell you, yeah. All right, Richie, this is a $15. I now get a 10, yeah? I now get a 10, Richie. I know you're hungry, so. And this is a $1, right? Richie, I can't get the whole life 5, you know, so here what I go on. I get $2, all right? I get $2, Richie. Anyway, I can't tell you what my hotel and to me inbox you just come and you just know say you have a $2. Long time you not get all a $2 and thing and whatever. I mean know so hungry I kill you right now, hungry I clot you right now. So circle me done. Circle me done. I'm give you the $2 and you can go buy me don't know how much you bulla down here. Well, me don't know. You can buy what you want to buy because of Atlanta, so things cheaper down here than New York and things. But when it might cost you more than $2 gas for drive, come on. It may cost you more than $2 gas for drive over here in a Richie. But you know what I say? I know you never hold so much money yet, you know. And you're there Atlanta, me there Atlanta. I'm not there, I know say you're hungry. You understand? You're my brethren. Forward, I'm a boss you upon that $2. You understand? And you know what? I'm going to tap it up. You understand? Bump, watch it, $3. No, hold on. We're not play 3 around here. We're not play 2, not 3. 2 other something there, and 3 are dead. So I could play $4. See that the thing I go up in a Richie. See that $4. I mean, we all 11. Yo, 4 hour in a Japan. 4 hour. I want to bless it about Senzel. You know, see me just a white squad. I bust my mouth card. Yo, that light are weird, man. Richie, oh, that's it. All right, that look a bit better, yeah. $4 hour in a Japan. Java said 4 hour blood. 4 hour blood. I don't know what that means. Me say, people, I must say last year, somebody give me 2 cologne for my birthday. Me tell you, say the cologne them bad like yours. I don't mean to be rude, but you know, like you have this saying in Jamaica, you say drop jars car, drop jars cologne, drop. Hey, you know, when I go and wear a cologne, them, you know, I tell you, say, you know, woman, hi, what are you wearing? You know? No, man, I get that now. And the person who give me on my sister, and she in a chat. If she want identify herself, she can identify herself. But she give me 2 cologne them, man. And I tell her, say, everywhere I go, anytime I wear them cologne, them, man, a problem, man. A problem, man. Woman, excuse me, sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but what are you wearing? Yeah, me get that now. Some of us want to big up your sister in a chat. You know yourself. Are you give me cologne them for my birthday and thing and whatever. And you know, she tell me name them. I mean, all right, you know yourself. Text me name my 2 cologne them. I don't know the cheap, you know, people. Well, on. Text me name my 2 cologne them. Here, me I look out for it. Miss Lady, text me the name my 2 cologne them. Fritz say a must CBS game. CBS said, don't assume, Fritz. Miss Lady, text me name my 2 cologne them, no man. May I look out for them? Ah, well, I know. Creed, hold on. The person, you're right. Creed Black Pawn. Creed Black Pawn. Is that 2 name or that's 1? Creed, me know one of them are Creed. Don't it oh. And on me I wonder, so me no know the name. Me not explain that to you. Leave that alone. Because me I said then the name not up on the buckle. Leave that alone. Me not, you know, but anyway. Creed are one of them. So what the other one? So Richie know what one. Richie said Creed. Woman love the smell of Creed. Poor Nakita, she never realized the thing did live. Lord Jesus. You know. And the other one are Tom Ford. Creed and Tom Ford. Anyway, me wear them cologne, man. A murder. But you know, and a big link get them to, you know. That's why, you know, certain little thing. And think, watch out. Nakita, she never know say the thing live or whatever. You know, people and them not used to something, man. Anyway, people, I want to say to you, know, don't believe, say, you know, me at this the YouTube live them, right? Me have to manage my time, right? And me have to extract value from time, right? You know what I'm saying? Time is money. Time is money, particularly in what I do. And without getting in any details, all kind of something I go on with me where me have to step up my game. You know what I'm saying? As usual, you have a whole heap of people depend on me. Whole heap of people who depend on me. You know, relatives, friends, all my mother friend them. So like Mr. Dead and gone. I still have a friend them at Jamaica who da 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 da. Not going into no details. So I have to extract value from time. The thing with the TikTok thing now is that the TikTok thing, again, people, I don't know how TikTok do it. And I don't even need to know how TikTok does it. But all I know is TikTok does it. TikTok algorithm is on fire. And again, social media, the way social media set up to serve their interest, the owners of the social media, they come up with all these conventions and all these things to keep you engaged. The more if you stay upon them social media, because the more you stay and the more you interact, the more you provide them with information that they can then monetize and make them billions. If you're not on the platform, them now make money. If you're not on the platform and I say, yeah, me go down, me visit Panama last week, you know, I'm gonna buy one Tom Ford cologne, you know, them need you to be there to say where you're traveling so that them can say, yeah, people from Jamaica or whatever travel to Panama and they're buying Tom Ford and whatever and all these things. So that when you go to Panama or Tom Ford, no, them can sell somebody advertisement, you know, which is likely, more likely to yield returns for the advertisers because they, as opposed to radio or TV, they can target their advertisement directly to the demographic that the advertiser wants. So they want to keep you on their platform and they want to keep you engaged. So they want you to talk, they want you to text, they want you to do different things and whatever, because then they are doing what is referred to as data mining. They're mining the data and they curate the data, collate the data, compartmentalize the data in sophisticated ways for their advertisers. They even do other things with the data too, like, you know, if countries or politicians want to reach a certain people, social media is off the chain with that. Because unlike free-to-air media, TV and radio, an advertiser can say, I want to reach Christians aged between 20 to 40 who are Jehovah's Witness and who are married within the last 20 years. And social media can't do that. They can just mine the data and get that information and sell it. So their thing is to keep you, one, keep you on their platforms, and two, to keep you engaged. They want you to be interacting and saying things and doing things, because from that, there are trillions and trillions of data points to extract and to package and to sell to advertisers for billions of dollars. And in order to do this, they use computer programs that we call algorithms. And how you code the computer programs, that makes the difference, with respect to how effective the data mining. So whatever, how you code, and coding is what you call, it's loaded with conditional statements. So if so-and-so, then so-and-so, right? Anybody who used to do algebra and whatever, you know some of those things. If, then. If so-and-so, condition established, then do, so-and-so, do so-and-so. So that is basically the fundamentals on the social media platform. Now, I don't know, and I don't need to know. I don't know, and I don't need to know what TikTok put in a for them code. But TikTok code is just off the chain, people, And again, so what the platforms do is, if they say Richie Rebel is Jamaican, lives in Atlanta, and if them say Richie are 87-year-old, an 87-year-old Jamaican, perhaps naturalized, lives in Atlanta and whatever. So the code would say it's likely that he would like reggae music. It's likely that he would like stuff that's red, green, and gold. It's likely that he would like stuff black, gold, and green. Jamaica is primarily a Christian nation. It's likely that he believes in God and whatever. So they will direct stuff like that towards Richie, and people like that to Richie. So when these people come, they're more likely to say something that would be attractive to Richie, and that Richie would more likely respond to, right? And I'm just using hypotheticals, of course, right? So the idea is, whoever you are and whatever you're doing, we are going to find like-minded, like-cultural, like-demographic people for you to interact with. So them now why you go find somebody named Igor Zhugo from Iceland or whatever, then cause Richie will be like, who that? But if them find somebody say, yo, Richie, you used to go Mount Angus Primary, Richie be like, no, but my brother used to go. So they're interacting now, right? And that is how social media win. So when you're on the platform, social media is basically, the algorithm is trying to find people who would be interested in you. Let me say that again. When you're on the platform, to serve their interests, the social media interests, the owners of the platform, they want to keep you there, engaged. They want you to love the experience, to come back. So their thing is to find people who you are more likely to want to engage with and interact, so that they can mine that information from both of you to sell to the advertisers. And that's why you see all these suggested people for you to friend and follow. That's why them do these things about poke so-and-so. And now that you've met so-and-so, send her a message and thing, because them want, if you interact, you must interact and build relationships and so. And again, it's all code, computer code, algorithm. But no two algorithm is the same. Some are better than some. Right now, it is no accident why TikTok will lead the pack, and why I'm afraid of TikTok. I resisted it a long time. Sometimes I can't. I couldn't bother, like whatever. But TikTok algorithm is on fire. How TikTok finds so many people who know Ragashanti is I don't know. And again, I don't want to know. I just know whatever they're doing, it works. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who know brand Ragashanti. We're not talking about Kingsley, we're talking about Ragashanti. When I'm on YouTube, that not happen. I'm on YouTube right now doing a live. Here I am. 74 people. As soon as I go up on TikTok, within 5 minutes, 500 odd people. Right? When the live I juggle, it gone up to 2,600 and odd now. Right? The inbox busy. Right? And what I'm doing, and what I would love to do, what I would love to do permanently, I would love to be like, just do social media, you know, because it's fun. But I got bills to pay. I got you know, me have people that depend upon me for so I can't idle out the thing and whatever and you know, take care of my responsibilities and things. So I'm saying all this to say that TikTok has yielded some potentials for me that from a business perspective, I can't ignore it, you know. I can't ignore it, you know. So, and I like some at this over here, you know. We just try to make the best of a good thing over there. So, and I'm not eat some of there, right? But me build this TikTok thing, whatever. I want to pass like 100,000. I want to pass 100,000. There's some other things I'm going to do. But again, just like how the platform them I do for them thing to have, you know, them billions of users. Clearly, I don't want billions, but I need access to the market. I need a market share in order to do certain things that I've always wanted to do, you know, and but haven't been able to do based on Facebook. I do Facebook is like, oh please, Facebook is just so chaotic. They do so. Facebook is just a myriad of madness over there, but you know, some hardly over there and whatever. YouTube still a lead TikTok, you know, I found I don't know that, but YouTube is like the mature adult, while TikTok is the teenager, early 20s, with a massive amount of them having fun. Now, don't get it twisted. I used to think TikTok was just for young people and craziness. I know enough on there I said, I don't do TikTok, but trust me, enough people over TikTok. Whole heap of people. All demographics over TikTok. Every age over TikTok. I used to think adults not over there. Honestly, I used to think I did just pick me over there. Right? I used to think adults look at pick me over there. And I'm like, no, TikTok, you know, look at pick me something like that. Every age group over TikTok. I find it interesting. I meet, you know, older people now who are saying, oh, I'm glad you come to TikTok because I don't do YouTube and I don't do Facebook. People my age, you know. A lot of people who are listening right now, my age, I get hundreds, probably thousands. They're like, I'm glad you come to TikTok because I don't do YouTube and I don't do Facebook or whatever. So I was mistaken with that about who they are TikTok. Everybody over there. No, Nakita and some people say they can't manage TikTok because there's a lot going on over there. Trust me, man. TikTok has them play a match, them do all kind of something. Me not do the match something. Me no bother people for gifts. That's a big thing over there for bother people for gifts. The gifts universe is a huge thing or whatever, you know. I don't bother people for gifts. What I want people to do is to follow me. That I'd bother people for. But the shop over TikTok, for example, is huge. You can the market over TikTok for you to sell somebody's thing is huge. It's like I know somebody, you're not gonna believe this, because TikTok take out a lot of money. You see all the gifts thing, TikTok take out like 60 to 70%. So if you get $10, TikTok take out $6 or $7, you only get $3. But it's volume, it's a supermarket type of market, you know. So if you sell a Lamborghini and you sell one, you make a big profit. But I know what if people buy a Lamborghini. But if you have a supermarket and you sell thousands of things with a smaller profit margin, you can make more than the person who sell a Lamborghini because of volume. You're selling so much more, even though the profit on the toothpaste where you sell is 10 cents. You're selling so much toothpaste, so much macaroni, so much sardines, so much meat, so many bully beef or whatever, that your profit is bigger. And that's why you see all these bloggers and these creators, they make so much money on TikTok. It's the volume. And TikTok no say little make enough. So TikTok find the people in. So I don't really do the stuff over there that most of them do. And when I mean for sound, I don't mean to sound like me a show off or anything, but if you go over there and I beg gifts, you know, give me a rose. That don't know my thing. You know, I'm not who I do it. You know, I'm just saying it's a big thing over there with the gift thing, and you give a gift when the thing I want. So if people give me gifts, it's fine. But I don't bother people for it. I'm not gonna do that over there. So, and my thing is not to depend on the social media platform, but to develop your brand on the social media platform and then use it to monetize it outside of the platform, right? But you can't really do that until you get the following, right? So my thing is, when I do lives over there, there's thousands of people over there, you know? And I wasn't consistent before, and I said, you know, I'm gonna do this consistently and see what the feed, you know, what the thing is, and it's phenomenal. I'm just admitting it to you people, with all sorts of options. When I'm over here doing a live, man, I'm not gonna know. We just keep it 100, right? Nobody no calling. And the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm can't find the people in, like TikTok does. And even with the few where it find, it's people who, I don't know, I think it's a YouTube culture or something. But most of you, your posture is, you know, we already don't have the numbers in that sense, because I can't control the algorithm, right? But even with who come in, the posture is kind of like to kick back and make Raga present. So, you know, Raga provide the entertainment and you do the thing and we kick back and do it. There are people like that over TikTok. But importantly, there's a lot of people who call in. Not only a lot of people who call in, it's people who are attracted to my brand. Right? And again, how TikTok find them, I don't know what TikTok find them. And so you have that reciprocity that is, you know, that I'm good at. But because if what I'm producing is not good, then I'm going to leave. So I have to be good at what I'm doing. But Arnold Schwarzenegger once said that they said when Arnold Schwarzenegger was a top box office draw, they were like, why do there are actors who are top box office draws like you, but they don't, when they put out a movie, they don't go on and promote it like you do. And Arnold Schwarzenegger said, you could be the greatest talent out there. At the end of the day, it's marketing that will make or break you. So I'm saying, once you're at the top, that is when you have to work hard at marketing. So somebody would think that you're at the top, you don't need to do anything. But what he's saying is like, no, if you get too comfortable at the top, the market will leave you. As we have seen it done with so many products, so many people and whatever. BlackBerry. There was a time when people thought that BlackBerry could do no wrong. But who would have thought that BlackBerry would have flopped the way it did? And by the time, after they got comfortable and it started flop, them start scramble for bill back. Never catch it back. Never catch it back. I don't need to tell you, there was a time when, if you never have a BlackBerry, you don't know nobody. If you're not BBM, you don't know nobody. And BlackBerry took that for granted. They called it Crackberry. It was so addictive and thing around the place. They were at the top. And then them get too comfortable at the top. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, and then them flop. The same thing with Motorola, Razor. Got too comfortable at the top and then flop. I say Apple, I do the same thing now and them a scramble now. Because the iPhone has been steadily losing, little by little, I lose market share. Yeah. And if them not careful, the same thing I will reach them too. Right? AI going to change a lot, obviously. Right? So people being interactive helps create the best product. Yeah. Exactly, Naki. Naki said, it confuses me, looks crowded and goes by too fast. Not so personal, but then again, I'm spoiled over here. Exactly. Because it's like this kind of intimate thing where we all know each other and thing like that, where most people know each other. That's the flow over here, But me not left out over here, I just be clear. Me not left out over here. And it took me a while to get used to the TikTok thing, but it's fun, but it's also, you have a business component to it with potentials and things like that, that that can be potentials that can be exploited and that will yield favorable returns. And I've put together a business plan that is predicated on what the platform provides. It doesn't matter how good you are. You could be good. If you're not reaching the market, whenever I go like some church or so and hear some people sing and you're like, damn, she sound good. Or, him can't sing. You have singers out there, again, I'm using, you have singers out there who can sing just as good as Celine Dion or better. Whenever I go some of them black church there and hear some of the people them sing, off the chain. Talent is there. But if that talent don't have a platform to reach a market, nobody no whatever, no money now make whatever, you're talented for nothing. The world is filled with people who are super talented and not gonna win a life with a talent. So you could have talented look more. You have to have a platform from where you do your thing. Right? You have to have a platform that gives you access for you to obtain a market share. It's just business. It doesn't matter who you are. Right? You could be IBM, you could be whoever, Ford, it doesn't matter who you are. And TikTok has that. So that is why I'm kind of Mama, obviously, because you're talking about TikTok business, it's popping up on my screen. Exactly. Because many of you don't know the fine print there allows them to listen what you're saying and to send products to you, based on what them hear you say, Talent minus market is just talent. Exact. Hey, I know a whole heap of people out there who are super talented, and nothing not going for them. Let me say that again. I know a whole heap of people out there who is super talented and nothing not going for them. I always use this example. When Madonna did come out, Cyndi Lauper did come out at the same time. Cyndi Lauper is a way better singer than Madonna, like by far, right? Like by far, range, voice control, I think in that music name, legato, and them something there. Cyndi Lauper can do just amazing things with her voice. I remember when the We Are the World thing came out and she had that line, yeah. She did a look of something there. It was just improvisation, and Quincy Jones, the producer, kept it in. It was just like, it's beautiful. It wasn't scripted or anything. And what Cyndi Lauper is just amazing, and she and Madonna come out at the same time. Madonna thing shot, and Cyndi Lauper thing never shot. What did Madonna have over Cyndi Lauper? My mind, Madonna, she have fear talent, but Madonna do all kind of things with marketing, right? Madonna, she aligned with different communities and whatever. She just did all these things with marketing. Madonna was always out there, and she wasn't afraid to be provocative. And then being provocative led to controversy. When she did Papa Don't Preach, and she did the whole thing with the Catholic Church and the cross and whatever, people have to talk about her. You couldn't ignore Madonna. Marketing. Yeah, you have to have that platform, and your marketing has to be on point. And again, your marketing bringing people, but it's a circle, After you bring in people, you have to keep the people. So you have to keep refining and adapting your marketing and make it interesting and appealing. You have to do different something, It's just business. That's part of it. So it's no use having a talent, like the Bible says, and you now make your talent reach the market. Unless you are comfortable with your talent and you want to stay in your own space, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And they're great singers out there who them not want a contract in that world, no. But if you have the greatest, if you have a real good footballer, that footballer have a place somewhere where crowd is, if you make a scout hear about him and say, I wouldn't talk about your Ronaldinho. I'm going to look for that little boy. because people are talking about Ronaldinho. And look, wait, Ronaldinho, good man. And then boom, 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 boom. But Ronaldinho could have been talented a little more if him not play with the crowd there and whatever. Him on a bus. Right? And again, you have a lot of talented footballer out there, and talented singer, and talented cricketer, and talented painter, whatever. Nobody don't know about them. Some of them hungry, some of them can't pay them bills and kind of something or whatever, you know. You got to have access to the market. Can't hang around that. And in business, you know it. Business is about goods and services, or goods or services. So you have to sell something. You have to sell a handkerchief, or you have to sell a service. Pay me to do this for you, or pay me to sell you this. Pay for this phone. I'm selling phones. That's a good. Pay me to clean your place. That's a service. All right. And if you like Fritz, you know, like Fritz is a male prostitute. He's a male whore. So he's selling a service in Jamaica, Fritz. But Fritz could be super talented as a male prostitute or whatever. Without people knowing that Fritz, you know, him have an instrument where him can use good arm swiping, turn up on whatever. Ain't nobody gonna know about Fritz. Fritz are gonna dead for hunger with him talented oral cavity. Now do nothing for him, you know? Okay. So that is some of what going on with the whole TikTok thing, you know. I see some potential there. I mean, I don't know billions or nothing or whatever, but if I can have fun, I don't hear me say this before. Honestly, you know, if me can have fun and be able to pay my bills them and take care of what I want and do what I want to do for my children, I'll do this every day. I would. Because it's fun, you know. I'm at that age where, honestly, I am one of those who I don't believe in the working hard and kill off yourself. You know, this thing that they celebrate in the United States, I don't buy it. And it's a good thing I travel all over the world and see the difference. This thing where you must work 60, 70, 80 hours a week just for the paycheck because you don't necessarily like the work. And when that stress you out and whatever, you are celebrated and honored if you hold it and you don't complain. And when the depression take you and the stress take you and whatever, and your body get popped down and all these things, and it lead to all these ailments and things. And you did there do it for either 1 week or 2 week vacation. And you may in a one big house and nice car and whatever, but you're working 70, 80 hours a week. So you're really not enjoying it. And based on the American model, you enjoy it for like a vacation. It's a nice vacation. You go to the Riviera here, you go to the Alps, the Swiss Alps, and you go to whatever. And then after all of that, you end up spending all the money that you made to repair your body and your mind. And I have so many of my colleagues who I see them doing that. And you know what is interesting? Every one of them who, you know, investment bankers, you know, doctors, all of them in business and who work, yes, sir, and they make the big money. 99% of them, they either say it or when I ask them, they said if they had to do it over again, they would not do it the same way. As they said, they feel like they work all their life and then You know, and these are people who send them pictures to this school, that school, whatever, and all that stuff and whatever. Not only that, a lot of these people too who, one of the things, man, like people who are super rich and work long hours and work hard, their relationships are awful. The relationships, you know, you see them and you think it's great. They're estranged from each other. They come up with a formula where they just keep going, and they're estranged from their kids because they have to be working so hard and long that they don't have relationship with the kid. And it is just shocking to me how many of them, their children end up being dysfunctional in so many ways. A lot. And these are rich people. And so you have to ask the question, is it worth it? But then you go other places where people work hard and it's different. And it don't have to be so just black people or Asian. You go to countries where white majority countries, you go Europe, it's different. It's different in Spain, it's different in Portugal. I'm not saying it's perfect, you know. I'm just saying even amongst same white people who are not America, they have this thing called siesta in the afternoon where, you know, 3-4 hours, no work, just rest, go chill. They're really into family and you know, them drink them wine and them eat them thing, them have that something there. Even at Jamaica, you have people who work hard in Jamaica. You have people who work real hard, but they have a lively social scene where it's not work 70, 80 hours a week and enjoy yourself and whatever. You know, they have these cultural things that them do, family get together and all them something there and thing where the quality of life. There are a lot of people in Jamaica who don't have the money where people have America, you know, but their quality of life is way better, you know. They may not have the big bed and the big car and the big house and whatever, but all over the world. And they're happier. They are happier. Them laugh every day and them relax and the stress not dead and all these things and things. They're happier. And I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying I love to observe and learn from these things. I mean, I say a lot of my friends and colleagues, them still laugh and chatting and thing, you know, but once you're there around them after a while, you talk to them and then you hear what go on, and it's misery. Oh no, you know, we're together. We just go through the motions. She does what she does. I do what I do and whatever. But she's always working. I'm always working and whatever. Oh, my kids, man, I'm having a hard time with my kids. You know, they're taking drugs and things like that. And you know, we have a real good shrink that I have them seeing and thing and whatever. Hey, psychiatrists and psychologists make so much money off the rich here, you know. So I make no apology for making money. Making money in a capitalist society is good. It's the difference. If your kid's sick, there's a difference in which doctor you can send them to. Right? So, but that's money. So I'm nothing wrong with making money. Make money, make lots of money. But don't focus on making money so much to the point where it costs you your happiness and it costs you your health. And I'm at an age too with the health thing. Yeah, I mean, I ain't no young buck anymore. And I happen to be somebody who's well aware of what stress does, right? You know, so, and how stress, the tentacles of stress permeates so many areas of our lives that we don't even. And stress is so elusive. Stress and depression, they're so elusive that very often they're being quite influential in what we produce and our quality of lives, and we don't realize it, we don't understand it, and think because we're used to stress being obvious, like they say, stress is stress out or whatever. But somebody could be sitting quiet every day and they're under serious debilitating stress that's impacting their organs, impacting their mental health, and so forth. And people are telling already, I am a depressive, right? So I have clinical depression, right? And I was able to recognize it decades ago and what it was, Well, it started impacting me at Vassar College, and I didn't know what it was then. And I just instinctively did things to fight it. And through trial and error, I realized some things work, So every winter, me just go back to Jamaica. Me save my money and go back to Jamaica because I couldn't figure out what was going on, why my body shut down so in the winter. But I knew that if I went in the sun, it was better. I knew that if I got a dose of the sun, it was better. At that time, I didn't know about the neurotransmitter serotonin that modulates and regulates mood, right? I didn't know about those things. I didn't know about, how the circadian rhythm affects depression, and at that time is when I start researching, and people in these winter countries, they commit suicide. That's why the suicide rate is so high in those long winter countries and so forth, and then start check it out. And then, I figured it out and confirmed it with a psychiatrist that I had seasonal affective disorder, the SADA, that's the acronym. And then I said, oh, so that's what was messing me up. But it was until I was at the University of Connecticut one winter and went through a stressful time. And like a really stressful time. And I found one of the things you must understand is that a lot of people who are suicidal, if you hear somebody say, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself, 9 times out of 10, they're not suicidal. If you hear somebody say, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself, no, I'm going to hang myself, I'm going to cut me, they're not suicidal. But 9 times out of 10, they're not suicidal. But if you hear somebody say things like, sometimes I just feel like to just let it all go. Sometimes I just feel like I'm not serving a purpose on earth, or I'm not serving a purpose here, or I wish I could have just disappear. I'm not saying they're suicidal, but that's how people who are really depressed and have the predisposition to, in the simplest of ways, could cause harm to themselves. When somebody reach a point where nothing matters, where some sort of logic in there just saying like, I don't need to be here. Like when I was counseling, those are the people I knew, yep, depression, be careful, watch them. And again, I don't mean that they're automatically suicidal. And I'm just telling you, because people who are really suicidal, they don't want people to know they're suicidal. Let me tell you this again. People are really suicidal. They're not announced that they're suicidal. If you hear somebody announce that them suicidal, and they're not really, you know. And I'm saying all this to say, like, I had gotten into a state where I was just like, no, I don't even want there. I don't want there. It's like, it's on until you go through it, you can't really explain it, you know, but it's like your lowest low mentally. And it's almost like a simple transition for you. Again, it's a simple transition for you to just check out. And that is how some people check out. But they may not check out in terms of suicide, you know. If you ever see some people on the road and we say them are mad people and them dirty and them smell and them living on the street and all and something, and when you talk to them, they're like lucid, they're articulate, they're whatever and thing. But them just check out. I tell you about the so-called madman I meet a New Kingston. And I see him come up and thing, and I see him come to me and I was just like, oh, I can't deal with this now. And thing. And the man come up to me and said, excuse me, sir, is there any way you could spare $50, please? Something like that. And I was just like, what? Excuse me, but you don't sound, you know, like somebody with a disturbed mind or whatever, you know? Which I was careful because you have episodic forms of mental disorders, you know, they're okay otherwise, but when them, you know, them element, them gone. So it could be possible, but I was just intrigued when his response was, did I tell you that I'm a madman? Well, why you assume I'm a madman? And I was like, it's not just me, you know, anybody would assume, you know, because you're dirty, you're blackened, you're, you know, whatever. And he's just like, and this is what he said. And again, I always say this may not sound sensible to people. I'll be like, yeah, but he was a madman. But his response was, you have to brush your teeth every morning. I don't. You can't wear the same clothes 2 days straight. That will stress you out. You have to worry about what people say to you. I don't worry about that. And he kept talking about all these simple things, you know, that you who say, you know, mad, are you sensible or whatever, you're basically, he was just saying, you're a prisoner to all these things that you're doing. I am not. So he's saying, you're imprisoned. I am free. I don't have to worry about any of them, something like that. Now, my point is, I'm not gonna follow him and I brush my teeth and wear dirty clothes and living on the street and whatever. But the point he was making is what we call civility and what we call being civilized and whatever. He's saying that there's a lot of pressures there. There's a lot of things that you must do. And he's saying, I don't have any of those pressures right now. In other words, him check out. Him check out. So that's a form. So he never commit suicide, but him check out. And without checking out as far as he did, my thing is, do what you need to do, take your responsibilities, but don't get caught up in it so much where it stress you out so much, where it's such a burden on you to overcome these obstacles and so forth, to the point where it inhibits your function, where you're imprisoned in all these things that you must do, and you can't get to do them, and they're just driving you crazy. And you watch what the Joneses are doing, what the so and so are doing. You get caught up in this, and you know, You can't repeat your clothes, go at the next TamFam get together because Java, what she say you repeat and beat you. No, that beat them when she put on dog bite. I was just like, I don't even notice it. I see him shirt, dog bite wake up 2 years straight or whatever. You think Java easy? But I'm joking, obviously, but I'm just saying that I actively, in my own space, I actively manage that. So that stress don't come on me to trigger my depression. You know? Sometimes I get too laissez-faire with it. I get a little bit too laid back and then I have to keep myself in my butt and then go again. And then sometimes I go again, I go too hard and my seat I get overwhelming and thing because I can recognize it when it comes. I don't take depression for it. I used to be on Zoloft and with the other one did name Prozac. And me not take them for decades now. Me not take them because I figure it out for ride it out. You know, and thankful my clinical depression is not as bad and whatever. But the reason why, you know, was when I was at the University of Connecticut and it knocked me one year, man. I found myself having, you know, a long time, but still, and I found myself with suicidal thoughts without it being suicidal, like I say, you know, like people are really suicidal. They don't say they want to kill themselves. But I found myself thinking like, I don't want to be here. I have no use here. And again, you know, you could be the most talented person, you know. Look at Robin Williams. You saw what happened to Robin Williams. Multimillionaire, celebrated actor, the whole works and whatever. Killed himself. And people don't learn from these things, you know. Me pay attention to them something. Can you hear me? I'll tell them, whatever happened to people before you can happen to you. Well, I talk about it in terms of relationship, right? But me see it all the while. When I was at Vassar and I went to Vassar is a high achieving school. It's a school for high achievers, you know. And this girl there got an A minus. No, it was a B plus and committed suicide. Me get a B plus, I'm fucking happy. Right? She got less than an A. She got a B plus. And she killed herself. And at the time I was like, what do you mean? Me not understand. And they were like, she got depressed. She get depressed. Listen to me, get depressed all the while and whatever. You know, a B plus is good. One girl killed herself. Only for check out, say, you know, that at the Ivy League schools and the high performing schools, that suicide was a common thing in terms of the pressure when them put on themselves and them something there. And that at Vassar, she wasn't the first who committed suicide because she got a high grade that wasn't high enough and things. So my sensitivity to them things, there was, you know, I remember when it happened to me at the University of Connecticut, I was just like, thankfully, I had the wherewithal to like remove myself from myself and then observe myself. I don't know if that makes sense. But you're feeling these states of depression where I don't want to be here. Like, I need to find some way to just not be here, and that will solve the problem. But then I was able to come out of that and be like, what the fuck? What you do? Cut it out. Kingsley, stop it. I remember me talk to myself, you know. I say, you go Stony Hill jail. You go Kansas Spring jail when I beat you. And them call it them ashtray and give them cigarette and them weed for out in your skin and thing. and you hold it like a G and come through. And you come from south, and you come from Waterhouse or gunshot, rain and thing and whatever. And never for one day you ever talk about say you're not go on. And you, Miss Cherry Rays, asleep on Kaya mattress. What you do? Drop out way. Cut it out. And you gunman hold up and thing, and you them fire shot off upon Lissan Road, and you run and shot a base and a tick panka, and you run for your life. And after you run for your life and you reach down upon Cloverley Road and thing, and you tell Ujibap what happened, say, yeah, the boy them a beat shot off of me. And you did a ras laugh after shot, just a beat off of you and whatever. Are you, yeah, are you, Kingsley? When you there, boy, you're sorry for yourself. And you want to give up. I know you that. Yeah, man, and I some start remind myself what kind of things I'm going to go through. Are you go to go halfway through jail and thing? Are you go Canton Spring jail? Are you go Stone Hill jail? Are you did a Homestead place of safety? And you never give up. You push through. Are you did live in a street at Jamaica and thing and survive? Are you when you did a sleeping at the open land with National Housing Trust there and whatever, and you get buckled and you line up a buckle them and put fishing line cross the buckle them, so if anybody have come, because you know, say boy, you put, you know, broke up grass buckle in them, you know, waiting in the pan them and box you with the grass buckle make the whole, because you know, so that did I go around, and you're smart enough, because you say survival. And you put the fishing lines, and when a guy sneak up on you, him trick the fishing line, and you wake up and you back your ratchet and thing and ready for defend yourself. What you do? Yeah, this thing are there, and it's a depression thing or whatever, but no checking out around here. No checking out around here. You don't care, and when you're there on your lowest low, you push same way and go through. Because my reasoning is, the lower you go, is more room for you to go up. Remember, you know, when you're there high and they're at the top, you know, the top mean the top. So, yeah, some people lose it at the top because it's like, where else they must go? Jay-Z attack what the enemy say. Sometimes I don't know what else to do because I've been successful in everything. I don't know what else we're going on, you know. But the lower you go, is the more room for your eyes. So some have to draw, but say draw boy, man. I make boy, you know, say, what happened to you? You know what thing you surviving at this. You come here, say, like, you want to come soft it out and thing. I mean, I said this to a client or anybody in my counsel, because you don't want to berate people when they're in that position. I just tell you what me they do. Yeah. And I saw me draw out myself, man, and say, cut it out. And he say, and this I go come again. Because I just resign myself. So you're depressive. It's going to happen again. Because remember, most people experience depression based on unfulfilled expectation. So the worst thing you could do is to have a reality around it that you're denying it. Because if you keep on deny it, when it comes hitting in the face because it's there and whatever, you're going to be flustered. You're going to be upset that right there, fam, I don't want it there or whatever. But when you acknowledge it, you manage it better. You're controlling your expectations. And I saw now, you know, after them, they give me medication after that and thing. And my sister, them not really understand what I go on either. Them can't recognize it for the most part, but them don't know how to treat it and thing. And after a while, I just say, when I take no more medication, you know. Yeah, man. I remember one time all the psychiatrists called me up and him say, you never come for refill your medication. And I tell him, say, no, because the one I have not done, but him say, oh, the one you have not done. If you're not, call them, you know, America to want them money making thing and whatever, you know, they will treat the shit out of you so that they keep making money. Rather than cure you. It's just treat. So I tell him some good. And him say I'm worried because, you know, patient think them good and them not good, and then them have another episode. Some good, man. So what are you saying? That you're healed? You don't have depression anymore? I say, I have depression anymore. I still have depression. Somebody said, no, I have different ways of controlling it. Yeah, man. So me know if I ride it out and thing, but at the same time, I proactively take steps to resist, to reduce the probability that it will come about on me, So I can recognize it. I still get it. I get your idea. I'm just recognize it and thing and ride it out again. I don't want a medication. I'm down and thing, and I just watch something where we just kind of perk me up and me read something, whatever, and me take my go walk and thing. And it hit me more in winters, for obvious reason. Yeah, when me the summer hot, it hardly come from me. When nothing I want for me, I the summer hot, it hardly come from me because a lot of it is physical too, And yeah, I'm ride it out. And then when me for do certain things, if me can't get for do certain things, without telling me my business, sometimes I get frustrated because I say, well, particularly for me youth them, some things I want to do for me youth them and thing, and sometimes I can't get for do what I want to do. I'm getting in a zone and like, you're Ragashanti, this should I, and you kind of have to ratchet it back and say, relax, just be patient. Apply yourself and thing, But me not like stress. Yeah, when anybody come to me with stress, no, I just shut down, I'm a walk away. And yeah, style me the most way, it's okay, fine, I don't care. I'm me responsible for me. And at the end of the day, if me go argue with you and war with you and whatever, me cannot blame you for where me make a choice for go engage in you and go exacerbate the stress. So anybody who come around me because they recognize something of value around me that attract them, and then them start to like want compete with me now, shut down, cut you off. Me can't control you. I cannot control you. I can't control me. I can't control them. I can't control me. And when me control me, I recognize the signs and thing. I recognize the energy where somebody will come with and thing. Let it go. And it has been working for me, people. It's not perfect. And it will never be perfect. And external forces, look where I go on in other country and whatever thing. And it's going to get worse. If anybody reading the tea leaves and thing, with whether money plan and whatever, it's going to get worse. I'm telling you, in terms of what their priorities are and what they want to accomplish and what they want to change in the United States, it's going to get worse. And you're going to have to control the impact of what is getting worse, so that it don't stress you out. I can think different, When you tell my pitney them, man, I say, I need to renew them passport. And oh, okay. But why you think of this? And I say, I see some things that go on and whatever way. I have to put some things in place in case some movements have to occur for a while, or even if it have to, why you always think about that is what I do. It's my responsibility to protect Ono. And when I juggle together, whatever, still me for protect Ono. Shouldn't have said that a while ago. The fast them ever running. But but as I tell you, them things that preoccupy my mind, Like me, I watch her go on and thing, and I see some things that happen out there and whatever, and then me all a reason, and I say, so what's the end game here? And then you see what it go on in our history, and I say, oh, you open that door here for remove them people here. You telegraph and send signals, say, yeah, even people with citizenship to move to. Like you said that openly. We need to get them to. But you have a thing now where you don't think nothing if we just send people to some third country. Some random, you want to send people go Rwanda, you want to send people go El Salvador, you want, you know. Them sent out something recently. Think them smart. Them sent out something like, them said this was circulating, it's whatever. And that them doing to kind of introduce something to you. And then when you get used to it and thing, And what them say, when I can't check it out, they're contemplating punishing more countries and put the reasons why them say them going to stop these countries from sending people to this country. And they're primarily African countries, some Asian countries, and Caribbean countries. St. Kitts and Nevis depend it, whatever. And then them I put the reasons why them say these additional countries, these are them contemplate, put it out there. And them I say most of the people them from the reasons why, one, people from these countries overstay. So them want to just ban them and come. And them have these other reasons and whatever. And then them say, if the countries do the following, they'll consider not banning them. They don't want to say one other thing where the countries they must do. If they avail themselves